February 17th, 2003, Antwerp, Belgium. A security guard at the World Diamond Centre walks down 2 flights of stairs into the basement. He is surrounded by 2 feet of reinforced concrete. He passes through a heavy gate and reaches the main vault door. It is a 10-ton monster of steel. To open it, you need 2 things: a foot-long key that is impossible to copy, and a secret code with 100 million combinations. Behind that door is a room filled with $100 million in diamonds, gold, and cash. The guard turns the dial. He inserts the key. He swings the heavy door open, expecting to see a dark, empty room. Instead, he sees a floor covered in trash. Empty velvet bags are tossed in the corners. Safe deposit boxes hang open like broken teeth. There are half-eaten sandwiches and garbage scattered across the floor. The most secure vault in the world has been cleaned out. For years, the Belgian police called this vault the Fortress. It wasn't just about the thick door. The room was alive with sensors. It had magnetic seals that alerted the police if the door was moved. It had infrared sensors to detect the heat of a human body. It had Doppler radar that could hear the heartbeat of a mouse. It even had light sensors that would trigger an alarm if a single match was lit in the dark. None of them went off. Over the weekend, a crew of 5 men walked into the most protected building in the country, stayed for hours, and walked out with the largest diamond haul in history. They didn't use explosives. They didn't fire a single shot. The world calls it the heist of the century. The police call it an impossibility. But for Leonardo Notarbartolo, it was just the end of a very long movie. A movie he had been writing for 3 years. How do you walk through walls of lasers without being seen, only to get caught because of a grocery store receipt?
The plan starts in 2000, 3 years before the vault is opened. A man named Leonardo Notarbartolo arrives in Antwerp. He doesn't look like a thief. He looks like success. He wears tailored suits. He drives a fast car. He speaks the language of money. He walks into the Antwerp World Diamond Centre and rents an office. Office 507. He tells the management he is an Italian diamond importer. He shows them his papers. He pays his rent on time. He is charming. He buys coffee for the guards. He learns their kids' names. They give him a badge. This badge is his first weapon. It gives him 24-hour access to the most secure building in the city. For 3 years, Leonardo plays the part of a businessman. But he is a ghost. Every morning, he walks past the cameras. Every afternoon, he stands in the elevator. He isn't looking for diamonds. He is looking for weaknesses. He hides a tiny camera in his pocket. It is the size of a pen. He visits the vault to store his own diamonds. While the guards watch him, his pocket is filming. He films the locks. He films the ceiling. He films the way the guards hold their keys. Back in his office, he watches the footage. He notices something small, something human. The guards think the vault is so safe, they get lazy. Leonardo watches a guard walk to a small utility closet before opening the vault. The guard enters the closet, then comes out and opens the door. Leonardo realizes the impossible key is kept in that closet during the day. He now has the first piece of the puzzle, but he can't do this alone. He needs a team of specialists. He goes back to Italy to find the School of Turin. These aren't thugs. They are craftsmen. First, he finds the genius. This man can disable any electronic alarm in the world. He understands wires better than he understands people. Second, he finds the monster. He is a massive man, but his hands are delicate. He can pick any lock. He can climb any wall. Third, he finds the king of keys. He is an old man. Give him a piece of plastic and a file, and he can recreate a key from memory. Leonardo brings them to a warehouse in Italy. Inside the warehouse, he has built a secret. It is a full-scale replica of the Antwerp vault. He uses his secret footage to build it perfectly. Every wire, every sensor, every inch of the floor. For months, they practice in the dark. They learn to move without making a sound. They learn exactly how many seconds they have before a sensor resets. They aren't just robbing a bank. They are rehearsing a play.
February 15th, 2003, Saturday night. The Diamond District is a ghost town. It is the Jewish Sabbath, so most of the diamond merchants are home. The streets are quiet. The rain is cold. A plain van pulls up near the building. Leonardo stays in the van with a police scanner. He is the lookout. The other four men, the genius, the monster, the king of keys, and a man called the Speedy, step out into the dark. They don't go to the front door. They go to a private garden behind the building. There is an infrared sensor here. It detects the heat of a body. If they walk past it, the police arrive in minutes. The genius steps forward. He has a large shield made of thick polyester. He holds it in front of the team. The shield blocks their body heat. To the sensor, they are as cold as the air. They move like shadows, inch by inch, until they reach the back door. The monster picks the lock in seconds. They are inside. They move through the hallways. They know exactly where every camera is. They don't look at them. They stay in the blind spots Leonardo mapped out 3 years ago. They reach the basement. The vault door stands in their way. Now, the hardest part begins. The magnetic seal. The door has 2 magnets, one on the frame, one on the door. If they pull apart, the circuit breaks. The alarm screams. The genius pulls out a custom-made tool. It is a thin aluminum plate with its own magnets. He slides it carefully over the gap. He tricks the sensor. The sensor thinks the door is still closed because it still feels the magnetic pull. He screws the magnets into the door frame. Now, the door can swing wide open, but the sensor stays frozen. It thinks everything is normal. Next, the lock. The monster pulls out a long, thin wire with a tiny camera on the end. He slides it into the keyhole. He is looking for the tumblers, the small metal pins that hold the lock shut. On a screen, he sees them move. He feels the tension. Click. The lock turns. But there is still the secret code, the 100 million combination dial.
The genius doesn't try to guess the code. He doesn't have to. He looks at the scuff marks around the dial. He uses a special light to see which numbers are worn down from years of use. He narrows it down to a few digits. He tries the first sequence. Nothing. The second. Nothing. On the 5th try, the dial stops. And just like that, the heavy steel bolts retract. The king of keys reaches into the utility closet Leonardo found months ago. He grabs the original key. He slides it into the main hole and turns it. The 10-ton door swings open. They are in. It is pitch black. They don't turn on the lights. If they do, the light sensors will catch them. They are standing in a room worth $100 million, but they can't see a thing. And the room is waiting for them to make a move.
The door is open, but the vault is still awake. The team stands on the threshold. They're staring into a black hole. They know that inside this room, invisible waves are bouncing off the walls. This is the Doppler radar. If they step inside, their movement will change the waves and the sirens will go off. The genius reaches into his bag. He doesn't have high-tech gear. He has a can of hairspray. He sprays a fine mist into the air. He is looking for the infrared heat sensors. The mist shows him exactly where the sensors are looking. He sees the path. He crawls on his belly, staying low. He reaches the sensor on the ceiling. He takes a piece of black electrical tape and covers the eye of the sensor. Now the room is blind. It can't feel their heat. Next, the motion sensors. The genius has a plan for the radar waves. He pulls out large pieces of styrofoam, the kind used for packing electronics. He moves with agonizing slowness. He places the styrofoam blocks in front of the radar units. The waves hit the styrofoam and stop. The radar thinks the room is empty and still. The room is now dead. They can finally move. Beat. They don't turn on the lights. They use small, dim pen lights pointed only to the floor. The monster and the king of keys go to work on the safe deposit boxes. There are 189 boxes in total. These are the private safes of the richest diamond dealers in the world. They don't have time to pick every lock. They use a slide hammer. It is a heavy metal tool used to pull dents out of cars. They screw it into the keyhole of a box and crack. The lock cylinder is ripped out of the steel. They open the first box. It is filled with blue velvet bags. They open one. Diamonds spill out like water. Deep blue, bright white, pink. They open the second box. Gold bars. The third box. Wads of cash in 4 different currencies. They work like a factory. Crack the lock, empty the contents into a duffel bag, move to the next. They do this for 6 hours. The air in the vault gets thin. It smells like sweat and cold metal. Their arms ache from the heavy hammer. By 4 a.m., they have emptied 109 boxes. They have so many diamonds that the bags are too heavy to carry comfortably. Leonardo's voice crackles over the radio. Time's up. The sun is coming. They stop. They don't take everything. They leave millions of dollars on the floor because they simply cannot carry any more. They walk out of the vault. They close the 10-ton door behind them. They want the guards to think everything is normal for as long as possible. They climb back out the rear of the building, throw the bags into the van, and disappear into the morning fog. They have just committed the perfect crime. No one knows they were there. No alarms were tripped. They have $100 million in their trunk. But as they drive away, the Speedy is shaking. He has something in his pocket that is about to ruin their lives.
Monday morning, Leonardo is behind the wheel of the van. The team is heading south toward Italy. They are exhausted, but they are rich. $100 million in diamonds is sitting in the back. But Leonardo is worried. He's a professional. He knows that in a heist this big, you don't leave a single trace. He turns to the Speedy, his longtime friend and the getaway driver. He hands him a large garbage bag. Inside is everything they used during the weekend. Their dirty gloves, the styrofoam blocks, the tape, and the trash from their meals. When we get to a quiet spot, Leonardo says, "Burn this, leave nothing." They pull over on the side of a highway in a wooded area called Maldoran. The Speedy takes the bag into the trees, but he isn't a professional thief. He's a man who is terrified. He's imagining police sirens. He's imagining prison. The wind is blowing. The ground is wet. He tries to light a match, but it goes out. He hears a branch snap. He thinks he sees a flashlight. He panics. Instead of burning the bag, he throws it deep into the bushes. He runs back to the car. "It's done," he tells Leonardo. "It's all gone." He is lying. A few hours later, a local forest worker named August Van Camp finds the trash. He's annoyed. People always dump garbage in his woods. He looks inside the bag. He doesn't see diamonds. He sees a weird mess of electronic parts, a half-eaten salami sandwich, and some papers. He calls the police, not because of a heist, but because he wants the litter bug caught. The police arrive. They open the bag. Their eyes go wide. They find a receipt for a sandwich from a grocery store in Antwerp. They find a business card for a man named Leonardo Notarbartolo. They find a torn-up envelope from the Antwerp World Diamond Centre. The police connect the dots instantly. The vault has just been discovered as empty back in the city. The greatest manhunt in Belgian history begins. They go to the grocery store. They check the security footage. They see Leonardo buying the salami. They see his face clearly. They go to his office, number 507. They find a tiny speck of a diamond stuck in the carpet. It matches a stone stolen from the vault. Leonardo doesn't know the bag wasn't burned. He thinks he is safe. A few days later, he drives back to Antwerp to pick up his mail and act normal. He drives right into a police trap. The team is arrested one by one. In court, the police are embarrassed. They have to explain how 5 men with hairspray and tape beat a $100 million security system. The public loves the thieves. Leonardo becomes a celebrity. He is sentenced to 10 years in prison, but he never tells the police one thing. Where are the diamonds? The police searched every house. They tore up every floorboard. They never found a single stone. Leonardo claims the team was set up and the diamonds were already gone, but nobody believes him. Leonardo walked out of prison years ago. He's a free man now. People say he is still living a quiet life in Italy, and somewhere, perhaps buried under a tree or hidden in a wall, $100 million in diamonds is waiting for a king to come and find them. The perfect heist was undone by a sandwich, but the perfect secret, that is still safe.